All right, so I just did something that I probably shouldn't have. I ordered yet another pair of super shoes. And not just super shoes, but like the superiest of the super shoes. I'm talking Eliud Kipchoge, record-breaking, 2-hour marathon super shoes. Look, it was Prime Day, all these websites were doing sales, it was practically half off, but ultimately, the rationale doesn't matter. Here's what does. Here's the key question. Do these super shoes actually help regular or below average, slower, bigger runners like me? I'm not running a 2-hour marathon. I'm not even running a 2-hour half marathon. So is there really a benefit, or am I just getting sucked into the hype once again? So first off, I tried to find some like concrete research looking at whether these shoes make bigger, slower, more regular runners more efficient. I actually couldn't find any, at least none focused on more regular, slower, back-of-the-pack runners. So I guess I'm going to go with 2 anecdotes that have shaped my view of super shoes, 2 personal stories, and hopefully these help you out. So first of all, I ran my first marathon, actually my first 2 marathons, in regular shoes, more like daily trainer shoes. And I think the thing that really struck me, especially my first marathon, was just how hard the ground was. It sounds like a weird thing to say, but like I remember after that like halfway point, 13, 14, 15 miles, that it's like I could feel every step through every one of the 28 bones in each foot. Like the ground just feels harder when you're running that long and you're putting in that kind of effort. In my third marathon, I used a super shoe, and I use that term not to describe any brand or any specific shoe, but more of the idea of squishy foam carbon plate. And I'm gonna guess it was more of the foam than a plate, but I remember not even thinking about my feet at all during that marathon. They just didn't hurt. So just from that perspective alone, that's a plus right there. All right, so that's one. The other anecdote would be my first time ever running in a carbon plated shoe, and this wasn't even a super shoe. This actually wasn't, it had the carbon plate, but it wasn't really squishy, at least not in my opinion. It was more of a training shoe. And the reason that I looked at this shoe, I remember reading someone saying that actually for a heavier runner, a carbon plate could be a good thing, an asset, because you don't have to work as hard to load the plate, because the carbon plate, again, it bends and then it there's a pop. And because you're heavier, you don't need to expend as much effort to get the bend and the pop. And I definitely noticed there was a pop. I could feel the pop. I could feel my stride picking up a little bit. I could feel my cadence increasing a little bit. So at least I felt faster. I don't know that I necessarily was faster, but I felt faster, and I felt like I was a little bit more efficient. So 2 personal anecdotes. Take them for what you will. Are these shoes for everybody? Obviously not. Can they be useful? Sure. Am I going to be breaking any records come November? I mean, it's not impossible. Actually, it's pretty impossible. Pretty impossible.